videos and you finish it and your country that's going to.
I never. Let's manage.
Listen to the comments now, the statements now, and the reaction and the singing, in that aspect, also a question now besides then a quite broad subject in regards to internal management information being leaking out, right? Because the more example, the internal staff have to know, and the board will also know. If the board will take an action, say, oh, the employer asimasi on your management, and I need money so you need, and I target the man until me achieve it. Therefore, me per se you need, and I say you per se the contract me back end I renew. And you internal, but for a fund, it got to that extent that the question is on your information then only say happen what God no matter all making claims say the pack iodine and then the external fund supporter of the council, it is your responsibility. Oh, so see, just as many you know, and you're correct. I've also, when I was there, I also experienced the same thing. Say, when inside a training key, I managed to get the new training keys arrived. By and check when I'm resign, but by if it's South Africa, they are already. I say those things need not be but explain and and then I'll be to not washing. Or raising questions on the external factors are all now they are making not can say won't say the Kai pass and man using experience. They are pointing that there was big issue with the fans and then the board, and then the technical team and then the board, right? Into as a insulin you have to stabilize it. And you are pointing and check on the appointed winning coach, so. And the other minute appointment now be ceased. The other season said no, the only way I support a little bit a win. Into the training say first records now. The first 5 matches there was no news. The ball I say we need 3 games and the ball draw back home, and I'm missing now. In Sweden is stable cry. After World Cup, then you start reaching the fans because they are the consumers. Only consumers almost top products. Now you can tell them more about what you are doing, about the club and where we are going. More you keep them informed, they will be calm. But one keeping informed, I'll bet to me, I get rumors. And the normal guy will reason, oh, sure, not a factors are or no reason say, oh, who are parking as well, and yet good.
So is that a suggestion, sir, Mr. JB? There is a gap there between probably the office of the MD management and then the supporters. They don't have enough briefing. That's why this could happen.
I feel say there might be communication or informing fans. Also this time because of social media, you need to always keep your fans. It's like I say, football, use example, it's always engaging with fan base. Did you interactive or show me the same principles you have to football club now, they apply mostly everywhere football. And this is and I say it is they apply animal, it's not always Sata is always relevant. Me use as an example, me say music America.
Yeah.
But the same thing they happen in football. You use certain principles in marketing and communication, getting people involved.
As a general manager, then, and we thank you for choosing here. I have 100.7 on radio and also live on TV. Okay, the TNA. Fabio Capello and ye Busano Sena Lami Yamali Kraun is saying a man for say. Where the new Lionel Messi, it be so Diego Maradona.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.
Mr. Moi, Mamma Panem Coho, Unruho, Oyakwada Fed Woba, Momian Kakaka, Fabio Capello. Na Ancelotti so say, oh, Real Madrid, I may call me a Jumapa. And yet, Arsenal 5-1, the Bassa, Oma Guma, the Masia. Kabibia fine. Was say we had a great time and we've won a lot. Okay. Manchester United
boss
have scrapped all
the
send account.
Said you can
Say all can't some now are the facts come it's allowed. And
what you say? Boss I in crazy for the ad lib.
Say especially when it is a fact. No, when it is a fact. Is it not a fact say Basa a good animal 4 times?
They think that
is it not a fact say Arsenal good 5-1?
5-1 on aggregates. Ni na a fact test ni bia. But the entire Madrid no a party ways no neutrally no enye Arsenal and Barcelona they think that team no bono the players ekuta Madrid
and that is
play
reflected
better
in results.
I will say a ball better than the you know
system
near the maybe a football no
and your Barca daga the buyer if you had won the 2 league games against Barcelona and Esca League in say if you had won the Copa Italia games game can say me boy and Sengas na 5 ka Champions League on the one
but even last year no crowd double people were saying say
okay
the bonus still
okay Manchester have scrapped their end of season awards dinner. I'm saying no party no yet Uhuru
the second year run na so what
Europa Cup now say oh yeah party and now also this is for the Premier League
this is
and then Arsenal
party ni now party no for the
no Arsenal to try mu no
some the
Arsenal try
mu now come see Europa League final no oh yeah work out team no come ni sika dey sponsor obi akọ manager no ever so no that is Manchester United
me supporting Manchester they also Arsenal to jai because yes
Monta trophies that
but they have retrogressed no because Arteta say Arsenal retrogressing
oh yes
and based on that me mean can be on abeka na ma faka crowd as me football na me they come as okay so 10 Premier League stars who have gained the market value in 2024-25 one more one more body me and
Arsenal phone be
the body in the
Arsenal phone
one gaining there
10 Louis Kelly
number 10
26 million euros na beka ni value Liam Delap 27 million euros na beka ni value Dean Hoyson 32 Rogers Morgan Rogers and also 35 million euros ni value ni nani but name they abeka ho no 35 million euros Rangravenberg 35 million euros Ethan Nwaneri say ni value no 47 million euros and abeka ko Palmer 50 million euros and abeka ni value no Omar Mamouche and LED with 53 million euros ni value am
all right so sorry we say regardless of what happens this summer in the window Mikel Arteta remains a big fan of Kai Havertz and will have a role for him in his plans that and I'm sure say Bologna boss Vittorio Italiano has claimed that AC Milan have more experience when it comes to finals but insists his side will give everything. FFV President Philippe Diallo says that French clubs and private equity firm CVC Capital Partners will become shareholders in a newly formed company tasked with managing and marketing professional competitions. Okay, I know you and some
the French league. French league and they will help.
Arteta has 1 more year to do what people are expecting him to do. The season now. On Baby Room, or by a car, I ain't me and can be money beam.
Eh,
on Jen Hono, me bobo, on it. Maybe I will be as they say go for the trophy, no air fight. Obi to me this 17 was a magic trophy. No, they how you also call the trophy, Nibi. Now the league also call this 17.
yeah, so
MTN FA Cup Committee has revealed that MTN, title sponsor of the GFA FA Cup, is displeased with Beckham Chelsea's conduct. Okay. After the club failed to display MTN branded badges on their jerseys, MTN for moment displeased. And is there a punishment for them from the GFA? Solo. And I say displeased keke. Okay. Basher Hayford has stressed the importance of experience when selecting coaches for the Premier League clubs. According to Basher Hayford, clubs should prioritize seasoned coaches over experimental choices, as experienced coaches bring proven knowledge and understanding to the role. Very, very, very controversial. And then got any bomb Europe. And then, yeah, and paying for no one. No, Xabi Alonso started coaching them in grammar. And I remember for a penny.
But I don't started. No.
No, na Manchester. Team I can see in Golano movie pay. Amorim.
Roberto Di Zerbi.
Ancelotti son and Nana and Barney at it. I got 5-1. Tina the enfam penny for whom.
But the 5-1 as a magic trophy. That's him.
As somebody a can.
What can 5-1?
Yeah, example.
5-1 just
but see, you for see enfam penny phone. And the HSN Real Madrid of all clubs, I'm for a young coach, Xabi Alonso. Naka Dizebi. Aquayo Bar Brighton, 31 years as a dean. And Amorim, Manchester, no Macofano. And Liverpool, Mope coach, Aquayi, Papayam go for Abeji League.
And slots.
Nana no yano, and I'm a chair how I bay. Took us Yankophobia, watcher, and I make us say. Ateta so bobo we your buy. Was a senior 5-1. Into examples the ditches and Quadano so yadi. After the what must and the be a BB.
You are celebrating the 5-1.
Next story. How is that cause it to go about Juma? About Juma papa investment near the Hawaii. But say he expressed concern that those surrounding Togo are not offering the right support when it comes to football matters. Okay. Kodoko, so contract extension for Samba O'Neill. And what about Semana? Yes, it. As I'm home. Young Humra. Okay.
I Samba signed 2 years.
And teachers be on somebody you can if they want to be proactive.
Obligation to sign one minimum or 2 years obligation to sign 1 year more to it. That is what I know. The contract.
Yeah, that's our obligation as anything.
Say further 1 year no. It must 3 months or 6 months to 2 years no. I was only agree. Now or sign 1 year.
Yeah. No, guys won't agree.
Send there. Nah.
Said that is the story.
Yeah.
That's the story. Laura, 9:51. Young court na fair room. Na say me when na Real Madrid stories no so ti. Say ever boy na.
But a bit me
my team be opportunity on today's sports foreign segment.
Say in the movie.
Or the club be opportunity.
The movie.
And the Liverpool say until Monka. They are the Premier League champions. And Manchester say never more muding and pay. Me was so European Cup final.
Stories here by Manchester. Manchester United, they will not do dinner or fresh coach not here.
So the negative now by
negative say that is a story. Negative say. Negative say.
I'm but I saw you remember Manchester beyond yet the more fans.
Say club no the omuye negative no so club no positive no so club no.
Okay.
Minimum nya we.
La enko 52 enko.
Enti anopay yama special good morning na yamu akwaba eha eye Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa TV emra sound to say konko funkro so na ensemwa anopay edi adencheche somwa anopay ebum fumpa onko funkro no yade honsem ato anim nsem no doso enne anopay namom de disafata se wohwe na wotie na yede ema wo kitikiti mam polibi na ewoma akansuo yanom akanbunu pa enti anopay yebeto eboase na yatere no emra ya confirm emunu nyina ama wo live ni show me live on Facebook pages and also Oyerepa Live, Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa Live, Oyerepa Radio on Facebook. Over follow page, no share, no comment. Me ba na the boss player to no bossy. I can na. I'm on said yes, sir, and said yeah, a fata and I not pay high sense JT and then some no add down war in Tiano Tom at the high sense. Woman, I swear, yeah, Messi washing machines and I pay smartphones, outdoor sound system, outdoor kettle, iron blenders, air fryers, afraid gas cookers, refrigerators, just freezers, and air conditioners. Nina, high sense MLB from where 0302 5500 0302 5500 na wafra high sense adusa herbal clinic e come home and ya din ko phone close on some no e dan wo enti adusa herbal mixture and adusa herbal capsules no ya no anom ade abomu numboma ebetu koko na se ebeboa na fe honam no ejeje so ye menstrual pains na ebeko emra waka adusa herbal mixture ene adusa herbal capsules abom adusa prostamide capsules ebetu koko ina se ade ama etu ase no na esiesie prostate ni ye ade ama dance amanfo din se prostate dro na munu onuma koko no so ase etimi etu adusa man capsules ayma bema why bema mu ewa empem entianom bi kuma se swami udu macro station ho go filling station inside ho ema adusam herbal clinic ewa La Paz Accra oben Las Palmas or behind Pizza Man 0500 110 115 0500 110 115 055 700 9824 na wafra na feni magina akoye ama meshase afi FIFA so ye na FIFA inaugurate expo ahead of Thursday Congress unimsa ochina aye yawada on the 15th day of May 2025 FIFA Congress ebetoja NC amode World Cup trophy etime ekoy and afi obekaya 2026 preparations are for the World Cup Japan and South Korea penning for na amo awonti ningina and a desk screen so should be a nano pay the FIFA so no I mean fun to September a manta abusia kwanya baba ama national team saudo abwa yonkofa can say demeti items of Mexico for no as 32 friendly games on the bomb ahead of 2026 FIFA World Cup no and your letters yeti etu anim and na ano pay maminko championship road to the Premier League 2025 unsa enra nasa okono anwa tene papa nyama koye ema Sunderland. It was a difficult game ningina munom amoche Coventry City eshomu 2-1 na obeka before that na semi final 1 na say playoff 1 no Sheffield United enra omunya 3-0 victory over Bristol City and the finals no Sheffield United and Sunderland and abom Wembley London 24th May and a game no etogram they don't deserve it and you Frank James Lampard Jr. and Coventry City sleepy na form playoff semi-final exit and koye and for amamono say ope deranko deserve say akorenima nanka eyono Coventry City no enya Sunderland home and I was senka omutim qualify Frank James Lampard Jr.
That's the biggest example I think I've probably been involved in that because firstly congratulations Sunderland, they go to the final, but the immense pride that I've got in my players over the two games. Anyone who watches the two games dominated at home, dominated the game for possession, we know, mistake and they score etc, but dominated that game and I think dominated huge periods of this game. Played controlled second half, wave after wave of control and attack and control, and players are giving everything from where we've come from. 17th in the league in December. Players have been brilliant in the second half of the season. We're competing with the parachute teams in terms of where we finish with the top few in the league. Week after week, game after game, came here with absolute bravery to play the way we play. If you talk about them being a lot, they had to concede to us because of the way we played, the way the lads controlled the game. They don't deserve it, the players. I'm a lot older, I've been around a lot, so I've taken whacks and I've had success. So I suppose I can be maybe a tiny bit of a balance.
ma yanko Spain na fe yani nkomo e Spain na no nam de beto anim se oko Barca so ya Frankie de Jong ni sika oje busumi bia no ehunahuna team nom enti contract extension o pebia san ka ho emprempren 308,130 pounds and OGM it's equivalent to $308,203 inti sikawe and a bounce said I be set yedi count party about day inti diameti and pay and it's a offer be aba for Frankie de Jong in perform about consider and the letters are a fee deco asuya eltoja enyaki penya afe Ronald Araujo Hector Foot Fermin Lopez Paul Victor Omina a players reporter yanim anopay and some on the fit Barca team num Fabio Capello a former Real Madrid boss na and central phone in team come out and I'm able to say about Lamine Yamal and I say Lamano Ukraine the quality also were improving a lot will grow as a player na sa comparison na yana for a legends bit say Lionel Messi Diego Armando Maradona delete no omunyam onyandu sa level no Cristiano Ronaldo level no onduye Diego Armando Maradona level no onduye owiye ode nano to Real Madrid team no Kylian Mbappe Vini Junior and afa Jude Hamina omoba juma ate ama club no mum ade ba ko a ako edita plus ne say obia pesa oyerebi ama club rinti fighting for each other helping each other no anya juma Pausa Kylian Mbappe epeso Bobby Owa utum se Jude also pass na ono a epese ohye sanemonom na affected team no nya coach oba obetima ya saje no juma they are good to go and they Don Fabio Capello ninsema oti etudam and na anopai Barca se amutimi sha Espanyol nyese bia team nin celebrate per reporter eka yense chese team be celebrate there for winning La Liga they better no mun celebrate na mom amon celebrate man moroso esanse amon rivals and ekwakobo enti amon celebrate amano amoroso busuya yanko Madrid asuye and not training etime ekoso out of Ramayoka gamer and anumrei eto just 7:30 na Jurgen Klopp ebo Tabi Alonso abaso osi adwuma why our Leverkusen no sa ode Leverkusen eko a whole season in the Bundesliga na obia entime answer no o believe say nyankopon boa Madrid adwuma no obetime aye why adwuma as a player our Madrid da o really coaching budgets no o say adwuma kakra with Madrid team na o kuma kwakwa adwuma no onim team no and ya Jurgen Klopp former manager Emma Liverpool ninsam anonom na abusuam Tabi Alonso na wish list no 2 players abekoso Madrid 100 million euros na Dean Huijsen Jerome 50 million euros 3 installment and betua Madrid edikai at 25 million euros na fedia kanom amayere mienu na amutetua they teach them say boy ne de wati ase ne papa ti ase enti document ne Bournemouth anaka the next 2 weeks obetima sign at the Madrid anafe oko Sporting Lisbon player na no be catchel say Benfica de so be gram Alvaro Carreras onso the latest player omo say left back ono omo be ba abejan Don Carlo Ancelotti on Real Madrid exit no and also many club no any issues biao na ya winning a lot club where club etama kuma so na say me ko Brazil akoya juma nanko pombo May 26 onwards obo say me ya juma mi wo p eka efa Madrid team no against Mallorca ene anumrei arinsem pina tuja efa game no yentie Don Carlo Ancelotti manager and Real Madrid.
Just like the recent matches, this one will be, as always, difficult and competitive. We have some important players missing, but even so, I believe we can field a competitive team, and we'll try to give our maximum. We will try to win these last 3 matches by giving everything we have. The league isn't entirely over yet, and we don't want to be the ones to hand the title to our rivals. We just want to do things right in the last 3 games we have left. We'll try to finish this season, which has been difficult, in the best way possible. What are my personal feelings? Obviously, I will be the coach of the Brazil national team starting May 26th. Without a doubt, it will be a great great challenge. But until then, I'm currently the coach of Real Madrid. I want to finish this final stretch of my work here in the best possible way.
And Don Carlo Ancelotti Nidia and Oko Valencia Diamete HMS Christian Mosquera or your player Emma Valencia Paris Saint-Germain manager Luis Enrique a fan of the 22-year-old boy or can say some ebetime academy fee pay nothing ya bought England and I pay Liverpool Hugo Ekitike boss player Anton Frankfurt player no ya say Frankfurt for Sagis Otuo 84 million pounds and some Kodano Abesia Kai Amao, what didn't fear a Drono Munum on himself 22 goals and was Ama Entron Frankfurt this season and at wire 11 assists Ama Klabono Demete HMS 84 million euros Utia Obefano Ama Liverpool at Kanwaka says he can be day say Ebetuam na Manchester United almost on beside goalkeeper na one Garcia Espanyol goalkeeper no ya tisa also a the latest goalkeeper Manchester United I monitor the situation Diogo Costa Portugal international and also a one goalkeeper I'm trying to say Samai I'm telling Manchester United forward Alejandro Garnacho Metisa star a likely say obefi Manchester United team na Chelsea fono any dinati na Enzo Maresca a fan of Alejandro Garnacho and that be out say ofi Manchester United na Chelsea emano enyo ye Manchester United asueno onim se enra and a Bible ntesa season dinner no Manchester United afi omu season na omu enye last season that is 2023-2024 omu enye and 2024-2025 so omu nye na empenin for the respect ama Ruben Amorim or the team nom adu Europa League final o tiasie se emma suno su o eye Diamokano Matiasie ngabanya sikaka na afe ya ton place ni bi aka ho afọ place about team nom enti manager make decision na say anopay ya the 10 Premier League stars amu volu nom akosrupa in 2024-2025 Lewis Kelly atosu edu ne volu na increase 26 million euros after Liam Delap atosu encrom 27 million euros after Victor Rees another deno 30 million euros or toso ngoche and so Dean Hoysen 32 million euros and sia Abdulkader Husanov onom 32.5 million euros Morgan Rogers 35 million euros Rangavenbech 35 million euros Ethan Nwaneri atoso miensam 47 million euros and abekan volu ho Kopama 50 million euros and abekan volu no ho and afe Oma Mamouche onim say Mamouche in 2024-2025 season onya good season Germany and some pom na return about England to be adwuma or say 18 goals and provided 12 assists in 24 games for Eintracht Frankfurt in all competitions and 80 came 53 million euros and Elidia you don some to him and na pay abusuan dianimie Mikel Arteta and Fonse Arsenal just no ombeye tima omani be pambe top players and yade na mom still can vet no a fan of Mikel Arteta and pay you don some to him Man City say ambetie office say that be offer biaba na some fi say offer ne ya why not e can gondo an mbejare amano etimi akom Rico Lewis say Pep Guardiola recognize right back one team no dia akon nko a demeti an pay etimi say ambeto right back Mathieu Kovacic and Oma Mamouche say FA Cup against Crystal Palace said the tibia I was say amutimi aje na maminko Italy na yanya adwuma kakra e Italy and an play Juventus any Jeep akọ Benkromo ama say Jeep and Esamba abeda amujesi nanim 69 million euros it's equivalent in dollars 77.16 million dollars and amatua at the Juventus Jeep for them Esa aba adwuma at the amatim and then Copa Italia final AC Milan Bologna boss Vincenzo Italiano at the Atujose Ocha AC Milana about trophies omini kwaya ya faso edit trophies nemum enem nkunde ebeko ede ama Bologna eno aya Vitendo Italiano nsema odi etu jo Mike Mignon eye goalkeeper ema AC Milano sem trophy way I was say amoje ema AC Milan fans na ebe difficult game there na o believe say see bia crew no on be left and then and nsema ru no ati etu jo boss say yo consisao ati atu jo say ontimi nche say Santiago Jimenez and Luka Jovic omumi no the best start game no Fabregas say onko Leverkusen bia nsema na mountain say me Fabregas me jakomo ho akoya juma ati ama Leverkusen da bi mesa tran Leverkusen for another year and a reporter and if you want to and anopay Paul Victor boss yes Leverkusen for nyabre say Paul Victor mra ema juma emfa ema womum and your letters are eba na Madrid what story we are boss obejedi we say in capino also a defender ema Leverkusen na Chabi Alonso akache Madrid for say me here hinkapi say Jonathan David na anye ya monfa hinkapi mra na omecheche ho nti no ayo reporter boss
Babaku at Babaku for ABA Herbal Center. ABA Herbal Center are specializing in the treatment of all kinds of eye problems and knee say glaucoma say cataract ni nyina or say sexual weakness ne menstrual disorder so bia kwa fiche na afeel so mojabro so esiche yare stroke in the candia and oba homa say reception for na and the help kra and the woman is like right 2 days 72 hours now oil free back go fie come ABA Herbal Center never to say
ABA Herbal Clinic and Atienka and ne anope na ABA onyati enka pani eba be kan eni yade ho asem yade bia sebi wo ABA na mmom no eni na yakwadere wo miye papa eni enu nti no mobo sofatan samrane said the eye specialist nti na make sure say wani ho atochima emfa nko ba bia say ABA Herbal Clinic and ade ba be PM ewe so ye na wo no mo ba ye mfa sekan enkan ye nya o surgery bia Sansona be PM ABA Herbal Clinic ye ma wo ahwehwani we bia ABA Herbal Clinic ye ma hwe se fakoso wani ne so indubna mba nko hinini abena ya yamna te se esam edu sam na ade kwakofra eduane edi asan se eni yade e tremu yade eni yade ye ntini mu yade wenye dure be ko treni mu wenye dure be ko ntini mu akoye mu adwuma odi wani yade ni be chia na mum na unya eho ayaresa enti bra na beji ye ndure ni bi fakofra eduane emu omre na ade be fra se kokoton brown rice water enkwan so no obetimi ade afra akoni pedwuma koye moje mu adwuma aye treni mu adwuma apepa ni nechi kama ema eni nso etimi ate ema de ahoto enso etimi abro ye numbers ni ne general friend aye 0541 56 51 99 0541 56 51 99 and I say 050 281 2161 050 281 2161 yo kwada so adwena se dwane chipe ni ebutuo kwada so adwena se dwane chipe ene ebutuo doma hinko nso de ye ben apie kubi coastal no bebi a Tuesday market wonom na ohonom ena yewo enne ene ochina ya tena se o ahafo go so Genesis FM premises wonoma ahafo go so Genesis FM premises wonoma ena afi fiade bia nso de bibie ni eye adehye FM premises wonoma obi wo honoma ohu ade mienu ohwe ade asa ene bele asa nipa netu abomu bi mesro o double vision diplopia yade ena how na diplopia ni yo mu mienu yo bakwa monocular diplopia eno ne wani baako ene ho atochima wani baako na ode hwe ade na asa nipa na mienu asa ade na ohwe na asa itu abom bi sa ene yo binocular diplopia eno ne wani mienu ni nyina ana problem aba hu how we bia entina ho no mfa won san hye wo demerefem me say eni ne yo bibi e friend refractive errors yo niema nyankopon ebo ye no se dia ultimate to torch man hwe akire no sa pepepe na eni netie enti your distance wo se ekọ and your distance en wo se ekọ eno ena se chima eba ho a bon se de ohaw ne amane bro tutumika ne bepie mo ABA herbal clinic na GM ni bi na fa kofra eduane na fa ahoto enso embro sanso na obi wo ho no ma or night blindness or nectalopia adesan ohun ade wo de na hyase eno kra de timi hyase afi nkola mu ubon se esumba pe na ma hyase so omo kekem ma mi hu ade wa ma wadwen anko so ebeduru bebe no asumba kra de na bobo ohun ade afi ewiemu ye kusuka kra na de ohaw ne amane na eba tutumika ne bepie mo AB herbal clinic na ji yendro ni bi fa ko frɛ aduane na emfa ahoto embro ye numbers ni ni 0541 565199 0541
56
51 99 and I said 050 281 2161 050 281 2161 no abo modi aba pepie mu AB herbal clinic na waji yendro ni bi glaucoma ya de medical catch say glaucoma ye hu asan say ebetimi ade tipaye pa e de abero ebe kan wuti e ma wuti mu say wuti we de adwa wankasa wan hwe ye kra na wuntimi nda ebetimi ade deja ba begina wasom e ma che so wono ma ase nikenike bi ase nsuo gina wasom no glaucoma ya de na e de ba enti wan hwe ya obekọ yi enti sa na omu hwe enka ntwo sanse glaucoma eyintini mu yade intini na ma adwene ni ani di nkita hono pressure nyaba super sa pressure na friend IOP pressure intraocular pressure nyaba super de hawo ne amane enso na ebro titumika na be pie mo AB herbal clinic weni yade ni nyina ade we kira hu ade ben so hu wash spectacles enne a week we hawo ne amane amanfo de ababe pie mo na so ye no ni nyina ye wona yakoye won surgery na afi problem no asan ababiem na bai krade ya makotwa ba beto ani ne so e ma kire se utimu se ebo esi ani ne so a omu ho hwibiem babe pie mo AB herbal clinic be je drum kotire nko na ne nyina mfemfiri wono menko na emfa ahoto enso entimembro enye eni yade nko na yesa no wo AB herbal clinic wo ba yade bi yese bi e wo hono mo mesrew HIV mmowa ni bi aba oni pedwemu a ye ma ode ade kwa akoyeti yanom enti na yende wo ba yese charge bi ade be charge obi ano uchemu miensa na etuemu baako wankasa wo de wokọ na anya ejuma amawa wo de emma biemu yenim se de yendro ni ye ejuma fa eno nti wokọ a wo na osan wetutu mika aba na wo de ho adanse enso etimi aba se diabetes na hypertension me se diabetes na hypertension etimi kofa ni yade e de brɛ sanse hypertension ba oni pedwemu a ekofa yade e friend hypertensive retinopathy de bro wan hwe ye be ma fluctuating vision wo no ma weni ne tekọ na aba etekọ na aba na de how na amane enso abro for numbers no 0541 565199 0541 565199 and that's 050 281 2161 050 281 2161 no abo mari afre ABA herbal clinic mesrew emema na munti membo adwuma wo mpem no so de ye erectile dysfunctioning wo de ne de emu mpagya kora ye intini ni mu na esi se de wo se mogya di afursa ni fi adwen ni mu esane de kwa ase ye wonom no mogya ni ntimi nya adwuma saa wo be pie mu a ye be ma de ade kwa kofra ko bensu ni ama onwia ma wanga se wakwa akono e de anom na de ahoto de abro emma no infections audio no ye tu ase enso e de ama bra say gonorrhea say syphilis say candidiasis de kekan bia emfa nse otirimu se white eye emma ya de bi me se white wo na enyin kakra be ma ni uhia wo be ma ni gonorrhea so tutumika no be pie mo AB herbal clinic na ye ntu ase enso enfama oto ase ntina sha ase se ehwehwe sciatica na hawa AB herbal clinic na ode beba obi ono mo de ase ntirim se ne de ne honhom ya de ne de ne ento ya de bra be pie mo nyankopon tumi na eye adwuma wo no mo sofwata oba ono betwetwe nkomo na obebo ama oyade ne nso no efiri so ede akọ eno ntimi sero tutumika yade bi de wo de ba ye betu ase ede ama numbers ni 0541 565199 0541 050565199 and that's 050281261 050 281 Wabo madi afa yo kwada so adwena se dwane chipe ene ebutu kwada so adwena se dwane chipe ene ebutu domain nkonsu de ye ben apie ku bi costo no domain nku ye ben apie ku bi costo Tuesday market on ma na ewo kwada ne ya wade bia shine e ahafo go so Genesis FM premises one ma adehye FM nso de bibie ni adehye FM premises one na ni wetutu mika na wa be piemu e we na so eye me se ye nwia enumna ne amba enka ne tete atempon eno na ye de ye adwuma enti ma wo ye mu nhyehyɛ wo bra na bra beji wa yaresa enso e wo AB herbal clinic wo be piemu a wani yade ni na asibetu AB ni ajusu se nyame nsa wo mampa
bra go fe da nyame nsa wo m wo se chema won kan ho
yes won kan
a wo bo adwuma they don't damn but one have half for no ko do ma kaka no ko be bia ni kaka
no ko go so
ba de nyame adwuma so hechi
sa pepe
now here now was specialize ba
me no the sexual weakness one so the remember ni ntimi nkan yensem
and do what me man ba ho
yes exactly omum be kan kire me
okay
memo no we jita
so ba ho
mumra
ABA Herbal Clinic Limited omo ene no mo din komo yi bo mo dia se numbers ya bra ko ku ke de job we ni na that you to ho ya there all right mamin kan Viva Nego tablet one someone sana that din komo Viva Nego tablet here herbal supplement edru ebibidru na herbal technology for ayehwemu dia but yaw pain sciatica pain so could to be knee pain, shoulder pain, waist pain, any pain bia we bia yo ye bia no one is obepe Viva Nego tablet bi eboapa nkola nom na wo fa ye funu so a won kan ne mu ba bia ton duro bia bi ho Viva Nego tablet I just say yaw na wo fama na say opese unya dura what be cure sa na man na pe Viva Nego tablet. Your number is 020-833-7711 020-833-7711 mobile yaw pa dinya he's always feeling the pain 020-833-7711 for Kangen and Magic drinking water. Kangen is the latest ambassador.
Yes.
That wasn't one idea.
Yes, Kangen, yeah, come.
Why are you in a view?
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that so then so how do na obia ba o se Kangen. Obia ba o se
Kangen. Oh, my Canadian kai.
Obia de kai. Obia o Martin nka. Enti mame phone no ya mame no obia ba o se wate Kangen nka nti o pe Kangen.
And also, yeah, over be a pecandian
sanity,
and not to be cool, feel the pecandian and magic drinking water, alkaline water, and the acid, same in a prison. Nabi Bia, come, baby, I told me, and that year, over none, baby, not kind you afraid 0241 449191. It be new out. Prenacadens and Mixia can't because make us say, oh, Fadia. Asita kuma nyina na ye wo Ashton Kwantimpon you ho na so ankwa hin junction na shop back ho ote patase and also ote sanda do santazo na about that and also ebi ho ye Lizzie Hotel so ho na wo kwan no ote cars also so o palestra so ebi ho palestra fitness na
omade ba ko so ko o delivery system
the broad street
the road na se wompo no pressure omade be mo kra ye duru ha ene ye gina ene ye duru ha se it is the best that I've seen say what to ade na ye de ebro bebi a wo bia no Kangen delivery system no dey etime ha on kra bebi a wo bia or they just place a call to Kangen na omuka no edbebro fie ni pepepe no ma be deliver the beer so we be around there no just call them and you'll be sorted out.
Correct. Kangen ho adanse and and ye di Viva Nego tablet on one that Yani mreka kane nkwe na mse.
Yes. Njoto, Enra, our thoughts, let's wish Taiwo Awonini all the best after the surgery, no. And then Nusimba say he's under induced coma. One say, okay, say, Timpe Ura was very angry, say, player no upra. No mujama no ejina park for that number of minutes. Still running with the injury. I'm say abdominal and also crashing with the pool. And then I'm going to surgery no. Next I'm going to call induced coma because still now no, and they will continue with the number of number of surgeries almost are still being before baby until
go over it. We have proposed to surgery
and almost say is
very man no
or induced induced coma. Yeah, let's wish him more, sir, with me.
Make oh, okay. Maybe I'm the surgery. I'm the surgery in the air. I'm not going to
Mom, on Bear Moses.
Okay.
Papa, let's wish him more, sir, with me.
I go on Roger now.
But who said that?
I wouldn't
offside rule now. People are now questioning. Say it's about time I have look at it. That delay for the incident to go before normal raise the flag. Sabo now okon hitipo ne omoje offside o. But na or chance incident no enko ende ansan wa raise the flag. So now people are saying say if you are sure of the fact that a offside why wait for the action to end before you raise the flag?
Well, the rationale behind it, Mister. You cannot be sure always. And I'm going say, when you raise it fair, say no offside.
Yes, everything will be off.
But so we should go on the offside. Yeah, you be cancel.
Yes.
So let them delay.
But I say there are some that are too obvious. Ah, what do you say offside? What did that do? But not all can say action and answer or raise the flag. To show some of them on raising Puna referee was because already were communicating man get it to me say offside. And people are saying they are the obvious as a government there would be say obvious or no. Only raising in them because we and raising ya like when young faces such problem and there or in this moment. Let's wish him well. Now you should be from about the hottest transfer now a war hall in Europe Florian Wirtz, the boy playing for Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Say about 4 months ago the story out there was that Team FNO Bayern Munich anyway they will pay the money for him to join. Bayer 04 Leverkusen placed 150 million euros price tag on him. Pay or no business with you. Bayern are willing to offer almost 100 million euros for Florian Wirtz. Leverkusen this has can omonje. And my Bayern echo contact Adidas say the boy no and so Adidas a sponsor boy no. Adidas also sponsor Bayern Munich. So and my Bayern Munich echo contact Adidas say you know common interest. Interest in say Florian Wirtz. Ye pe no most makola. What Bayern Munich because mona mo sponsor ye mo ya tradition no. All of us will benefit from this deal. Into commotion beboa. But it looks like Adidas are not so far there. Any response as whether they will help Bayern Munich to secure the service of the boy. The report is that boy representatives they fly by England. Team Epeno, Manchester City. They are willing to go that to pay 150 million euros, so no pounds, 126 million pounds for this boy because Pep Guardiola sees him as a direct replacement for Kevin De Bruyne who is leaving. This season, our 16 goals and 13 assists in the German Bundesliga. I said for Bayer Leverkusen. It's already Pep have identified in rebuilding the squad. Don't forget January oh the nyeshe odi onko enyeshe onyeshe we nyeshe odi onko omuna pese omo am se nyeshe odi omo onko eti January no kofa Omar mamush bae okofa Husanov erebae okofa this midfielder from FC Porto and so ebae and so make about 4 signings in January to beef up the squad. Now already this boy is now in discussion, and one thing is very clear: say they are ready to match by Lufol Vokusi Sikana Mopeno, by and the Unimomo. It will be very difficult based on how they do their things, you know, to pay 150 million euros for Florian Wirtz. And now it's between the boy, you know, either Nakuma or Nakuma Wo, and the reps, you know, Sika, where either they choose money or the boys thinks that I want to stay in Germany and play for Bayern Munich. But so far they lose like you know, City don't want Belgium ask us airway there. Real Madrid benin na mukaka because Alonso so is the on the managing boy now or my boy in eba into the limelight. But the question is, can Real Madrid do they have the money now to pay for 150 million euros for the boy after the transfers be on my year and seriously? That is another question for discussion. It looks like the boy is tilting towards the blue side of Manchester, the City, based on how City are ready to pay for the money that they are asking for. Let's wait and see.
Now, Manchester not done,
no, on the maybe I'm more than on Cajon.
Some not sorry, number.
He said, yeah, you
can talk with them.
Yeah, almost as I was a United on Juana or my linking to him.
I mean, Busa United, yeah.
No, so I can't confirm whether it's so one of those speculations now and I want to say Liverpool they've linked it to him, Arsenal, mostly Manchester United. It's but let's see what will happen in terms of that transfer, you know. And then a Copa Italia final near Basso. The final of the Copa Italia is today. It's between AC Milan and Bologna. Milan and a traditional home team for this final game. And a Bologna air away game. Of course, our Stadio Olimpico and so our Rome. One match in Airbaso. On the competition, on the Juve, the Italia, Opa, Champions League, by Italia, they are the best club in Italy. They've won the most Italian Serie A. They've won the most Coppa Italia. They've won the most Super Coppa Italia. Trophy beer, what Italy beer, and Juve have won it more than any other team. They are the most successful club. Italy on Quadi, Omobobia, and to Baba or Montafo Bibia, Ubefian Quadia, your masters, a Juventus, and so on. Who said, ye church, Mamma.
If you have some number,
if you have some number, if you have some number, if you fear, you both your dear, Juve are the masters in Italy. So, AC Milan last played in this final in 2017-2018, Juve shall move 4-0. They last lifted this trophy in 2003. Saturday, you book cup home and away. In Tomuko share Roma 4-1 away, and on more 2-2 until 6-3 on aggregate. And I'm just trophy for a few Romans. Since then, Milan NG Coppa Italia up to today. In all, almost 5 trophies in this competition. As against Bologna team, they last played in the final in 1974. That was the last time they made an appearance in the final of the Coppa Italia. Teams yes, Bako or final check. Bako so upon the dominance while winning yes, Serie A 18 or 19. Or the Champions League did one, but this competition only 5 pay as compared to the others, no. And the Asian and the room one of them. Bologna won 2-1 in the league at home. Milan Friday yes, 3-1. But the good news for Bologna is that Indoe is back. On my attack, no. It's all about Indoe and the movement we would have play. And the last yes, go and watch Indoe. Indoe against the centre backs, no, a mismatch. Our pace more than them. We hold up play, yes, Kurano. We said 3-1 on someone Anu. Now also leaning. And they were able to take Ossolini, even though he still scored a goal. But I'm not taking out. But when Ossolini is there, let him do it so hard. And Ed, so bit master of Bologna team. O say Liao the
Ndoye who Rafael.
Oh, so this year in the Italian
This is
Serie A.
unfair analysis.
No, this year in the Italian Serie A, Ndoye is no who say.
Wasn't the new Ndoye more?
I didn't mind Ndoye who
Ndoye in the Serie A this season is a better player than Rafael Liao. So, and then Jotu, you Friday school and Nibi. It looks as if you first leg. No, I'm 2-1, 2-1. So I said 2-1, being the Miniso.
2-1.
Yes,
for Milan.
Yeah, not team, Milan, not team near a fancy. So,
now good to have I am mobile.
I also went on a road team. It's not as I'm white.
And now
we just know Ekra, our home class, a crash.
Now we for the German.
And I will for the Germany. And that's our waiting near Bologna.
All right, that's good.
Hey, ahoyane ayipeni edion. Bidoto ye winter transfer window no. Na City. They want position on the Premier League. Almost say it's like a season since a City appointed Pep Guardiola no. One here on mix out the Champions League spot. Into quickly City move into the transfer market and almost spending £200 million to fix their team from January no till the end of the season. And possibly most of the players to say the Bayer who City team no, and next season Guardiola sabe through challenge to win the Premier League title again. So we should secure almost spend a year and baby no more that before we spend this kind of baby or more. At least like I said there's a little improvement. So first Canada Kenya home results no money, but there is little improvement because Nadia City about be rat off for him.
No more. So they've achieved it.
Yes. Na City club no Zoto omo transition period. Makawa has said we share City after the 2022-2023 Champions League final now. They started struggling against big teams. And those teams are at any moment Pep Guardiola no be competing for the Premier League title. And teams near Arsenal. And to be her last season City and Timmy and share Arsenal. City struggle against Liverpool. This season at Twaso when Timmy Liverpool, when Timmy Arsenal. Because the past 4 seasons in the Premier League, aside City, 4 seasons in the watch Premier League, more than these 2 clubs, Only 2 clubs from Manchester City for the Premier League title. And today, the traditional top 6 clubs in the Premier League, original 3 so. Because Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and then Newcastle, Aston Villa. Amount to challenge. It means a top 4 position even ahead of these clubs. It's a 3-way there. Am I consistent? And no more and a challenge or more. Into this season, Arsenal now the last 2 seasons. Now what challenges City for Premier League title? No, Liverpool has won Premier League. No, into the next season ebeko. City will more transition period no more. And no master to almost every him. On better spend this summer. April players Edo Maba. Zakito have come Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen.
Omoye strategic expenditure. So what happening? Once they are targeting Florian Wirtz, over her players out to give them money. You get money from the Champions League. You get money from other sources. To be here no. Normally FFP any assembly. Yeah. Say mobile spending they make sure so more omogina back we go 40 million. By this time only baby more problems you say no. To say Florian Wirtz. The two. So I heard City made 3. If I say based on number of games from about the last 4 seasons Rodri, Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne. This is their for 3. Omonton Rodri. Gundogan is fading out. The market value above him. Kevin De Bruyne might extend the contract. It is City in Tono. It is a 2 normal call from the City made 3 no. City virtually will get 0. But they will use other position. It will be other position. City will eventually get 0. And also only 1 club are Tom academy players of power. Okay. And then Abeka Rodri in the
Kovacic no more candidate to or more supporting a. If City want to compete again for the Premier League title, or want to Kovacic won't compete as almost status. Replacement for Gondwan. Enra the Athletic for the buy say City Airpay Tijani Reinders from AC Milan. Kevin De Bruyne, Florian Wirtz. It is a City targeting say next season they want a midfield three of Rodri, Tijani Reinders, and a Florian Wirtz as their midfield three for next season.
Tijani Reinders. Is that what do? Or bet me have it. Come on.
No, boy.
See, cat for Juman.
No, he's a good one for that.
Loto, your type of
no, he has passed the
Reinders speculation. Say
Reinders are trying Milan.
Nanya is Milan. Nanya Honobo. Nanya Honobo. Nanya Honobo.
It's a graduate. In the modern Obono. On the team are on board European football.
So he just saying,
oh, so United, there's a chance there. And you next week, I did.
Loto in Tijani Reinders, City and Milan, a big test for AC Milan owners, Redbird, based on their ambition for the football club. 2 seasons ago, Omoton Tonali 70 million, and we been a day Reinders buyer from AZ Akma, Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea, Christian Pulisic from Chelsea, Musa from Valencia. Players Omode Tonali Sikana Etoye, and Omode revival team no, and it was a transition period. I take you Reinders. This is in the second season at Milan. To move to the next level as a player, because one, he was coming from a Liga. Pressure is not there. At AC Milan, there be a pressure war. You need to fight the pressure one and win over the pressure. And some way comfortable to play. It's a big test at the Redbird. By when it's Tijani Reinders. This season in Europe, he's a central midfielder. Or the highest scoring central midfielder in Europe this season with 15 goals. Closer to him, McTominay was at 12. Santos Strasbourg Asher 10. Tolisso Asher 10. Stage of Wolfsburg Asher 9. Lo Celso Rebetis Asher 9. Mikel Merino Arsenal Asher 9. Valverde Asher 9. And the Declan Rice Asher 8.
Central midfielder.
Yes, central midfielders. Bruno is an attacking midfielder. Central midfielders. Omoni from game controllers no Zutu. Omo check direction of play. Reinders ba Zutu. Why to say ayi na na yede so car ye yom say eposi. On the glue between your midfield and your attack. Na say fa na chia. That is where you see the best in a branch offensive Tijani Reinders. And then when you pick central midfielders in the game, he is there with any central midfielder. When you are talking about performance, by football, no, your performance, na success become a performance plus success. And so no more. But what this season, and then the contribution to AC Milan team, no, you can never underrate him. It's a to price tag. Season where also no extending the contract. No, also only buyout clause. Only buyout to say Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao, there be they are saying okay. Now Tonali Milan to say. Now my players here are boom again. And then
Tonali was
David. Hey. David. Right there's them so bono nyam kwarabo. Nyam 100 million. And I make us say, to say Rafael Leao, Arsenal so penny. The buyout clause is 150 million euros. Into buyout clause. Yes, Leao the buyout clause. When there's no buyout clause, you need to negotiate with Milan. But we have a boy man and say for me for this idea. The two, the Milan Beton, the 1900. Yes.
Oh.
Mind this. The two, he's there. And I'm Mama, aside with the two, aside the numbers or the man. You are talking about a player, the two, or a versatile. Aside being a central midfielder, he can also play as an attacking midfielder. Defensively, he's good. And of fit into so many systems. Say City ball in a 3-man system, run the Soho. City ball in a double pivot, say they're currently AC Milan ball, run the Soho. You are talking about a complete midfielder in Tijani Randes. While City wants to strengthen their midfield, no, a big test to Red Birds also. Kakrabi on the Copa Italia final. This is the difference between the two. Milan a cup winning team, Bologna a cup winning team. Pressure and crab bomb. Stage in the pressure crab bomb. Coach is in here no Mujina touchline. But I couldn't him how to win, but who doesn't know how to win. Italian do nim coin faso Jacob. Consasayo nim coin faso Jacob. So to sort the match and say. It's final body a different from any other game. It's in a game never cost no no. Because who is a good coach?
For the first time, we die in the field.
Who is a good coach? Consasayo ba Milano, the team was conceding. So in the last 6-7 matches, Milan conceded just 3 goals. I shall run 16 goals since we moved to the 3-back system. It's coach our task to find a solution to the problem. And Wakochi Porto, he won a lot of trophies at FC Porto. Oba Milan the crown Mizoto and taking in 2 weeks. Milan, Atlanta, Inter, Super Copa Italia, and the Juventus. Oshe Juve, Oshe Inter. I say a bought tournament Mizoto. Obiachi Inter Milan with the same tournament as Shane Trea. No, I could lose to Bologna.
Okay.
No. And then you go to 3-1 AC Milan. 3-1 AC Milan.
It was my catch was that teams they need a trophy to save their season. Oh yeah, because if you make a terrible season, AC Milan is an example of the team.
Almost 8 last check here, no. Captain Anya, technically they can still mathematically they can still qualify for the champions. You don't call that a terrible season. But
they can even get to the stage they are participate in any European competition. That is a possibility.
Because apart from the
that
Copa
is
Italia,
also mathematically possible.
It's mathematically also possible they can also be there.
So
as at now, it is not terrible.
On the level
it becomes terrible if they fail to deliver.
So as at now, they need the trophy. That's what they are saying.
But it's not terrible.
So when you have trophy now, now some man qualify for any Europe and I say Ukraine now, they are saved.
And
but if they don't get the trophy and they don't qualify for Europe, that is a terrible season.
So
they need the trophy to save their season even before you bedroom home.
So it's not terrible as of now.
It is terrible. Because we in Kutomo. But Obi Oha. So we are England and Liverpool trophy. Barca is on the verge of winning a trophy. American Copa del Rey, they are on the verge. PSG, Bayern Munich, Newcastle, City will final. But he's in a good position.
United, Belgium, Europa.
United, so the entity of my council of birthday celebration. My council of birthday celebration. So there are some teams that they are in dire need of a trophy. Transfer window the better. Nse come start ba.
Ganso be susu.
Yes, be susu pa. Because one shall see them was so be them because the reconstruction of the teams, you know, it's all starting them. Because teams need to call down this season, they are not going to go down next season. Until Madrid didn't change, so yen sha Ancelotti there be call Alonso bra. Almost start here Jumanen them so that we can catch up with Barcelona. But we also not me discussion about Madrid. Nana make Alonso struggles. But it looks like the front three of Madrid, no how they might end up sacrificing one. Rodrigo, Vinicius, Kylian Mbappe. So on paper, the performance of Kylian Mbappe, Madrid player, the first season, no the most goals. It will be very difficult to touch him. Similar instance, Abrante Vinicius Junior, making Rodrigo available on the transfer market. Now this season, you know who Arsenal, and you who baby I Arsenal seem to here. We don't know share down static but any Arsenal augment your moment forward by going in for Zubimendi, which is an important asset if Arsenal want to perform. Because Arsenal made forward constant figures are solid, reliable, Odegaard and Declan Rice. There's question marks around Thomas Partey because his availability in critical moments ne confirm. The possible replacement here Jorginho between James and Jorginho so no or Emre. Then you look at someone like Zinchenko. Also bet me about him, but he's also out of the conversation. So Arsenal needed to fix their midfield. Mikel Moreno bet me a kakra, but they watch there anymore no. Actually, so bet me aboa anymore. So therefore, Zubimendi comes in. You look at the Arsenal team, and there's not much problem with their defense. It is a whole build Arsenal. The goalkeeping department, the defense, you not really touch it. But the replacement for Thomas Partey on our day, a year Zubimendi Barbashaw. Then the big question: what happens to the Arsenal attack? Then the man for started suggest to say players like Gabriel Jesus Otuo, Raheem Sterling, as Arsenal to be John Mokwan.
But the Arsenal players.
So more extended. That's the point. So alone. But now they are mobile funny being to call Sana me patch. The only common being. Then Martinelli is not a player that make me a so pianist in change. Trossard similar. Then you look at Obiseka Harvard to recover him so he's excellent for the job. Then Bukayo Saka. But I'm not forced to suggest to say so we'll share a year Rodrigo. It looks like the introduction of Alonso. Say Mama Hendrick more playing time. On other Gula more playing time. Even though he might decide to change the system to fit that of Madrid. But I know Crano ain't complete adjustment. To one here we still see the front two. So about front three Paya, Rodrigo, Mbappe, at the same time Vinicius Junior. Limiting the number of spaces a bit me ada of Obia Jude Bellingham ada Gula and Yadi Ebesi. People are saying Arsenal should go in for him. I mean, from where I sit, I think he's a kind of player that his style of play to some extent will suit the Arsenal lineup.
So he plays on the right.
He plays on the right, but also can play as your center forward. Yes, we don't want him center forward. Rodrigo.
I think the experience Arsenal.
Yes.
So that type of center forward.
No, Rodrigo is better. The only issue is that
he will not give you more.
He sacrificed. That's where we are all getting it wrong. Rodrigo last season and this season, and they had the sacrifice lamp for Madrid to get balance on attack.
But he's not a number 9.
He can give you.
Now you need a number 9.
But say, Jaobi said Gabriel Jesus and Sterling. If they are out of the conversation, you need that kind of profile. And a player that can give you the combination of the two. Wait me about from the right, wait me about from the left, wait me about for the central position. If you want to play a false 9 system. Or wait me about in the Abiama.
But the only national trial.
No,
Ateta. He has decided not to play since Gabriel Jesus injuries in the final. He has tried to play with Kai Havertz as a false number 9.
Yes.
Which Havertz will do Leverkusen. But when you come to the Premier League, you're more demanding. Based on how teams defend, you will need a proper center forward to disturb defenders.
And what?
Rodrigo.
Okay, but he becomes a member of the squad. For instance, if your number 9 is not there.
Now we play with Real Madrid. Better say I better not bench us as on number 9.
But the manager Arsenal, Real Madrid, some of these things. We were born with over ball. Brazilian boy.
Okay. Tamana Alvarez, or Manchester City. Not the whole idea was Alvarez a false 9. But you Alvarez for Atletico Madrid, and he's the one leading that.
Alvarez was a striker,
but no City.
Gadula never bought 2 strikers. But we are striker and
Debbie. Rodrigo has the potential of doing that. Jibo then to Rodrigo Rodrigo leading your attack. Moto.
Arsenal go play Premier League ade. No mo hia striker season no. If you be more over 20 goals. I'm not to man no matter go for Rodrigo.
Absolutely. Now if you have Gabriel Jesus is leaving, you have Raheem Sterling is leaving. And you are dropping
more instincts of a striker. Who's a Jesus?
We really see Rodrigo last season. Last season, not Madrid bought a 4-3-1-2 system. Only Vinicius na age anymore. And because he acted as a sacrifice lamb, most of the time he was operating from the right side of the attack. But when he walks into the penalty box, you see the potential and then the asset when it comes to finishing and his intelligence in the penalty box. You to compare Harvard at Leverkusen, Harvard at Chelsea. No crowd ball the first time Arsenal. No need that potential, need that finishing ability like Rodrigo. Time I know here Jumano and the team of Madrid. On only finishing instinct, I was searching Harvard. So when you look at the market, you need experience. You need a player with a trophy-winning mentality, a player that has the ability to withstand the pressure. It's so you'll be free Madrid. Champions League or here, League ball or here. He's a young talent hungry for success. He can easily lead your attack and get the goals banging in for you. To be able to, I think, sir, more share options available anymore. More share anymore. I think, sir, he will not be a bad sign.
No, but I'll get a second number 9. And probably, the guy wants to be there.
Yes.
But Marim, I don't do 18 minutes.
So more than a back to replace maybe after a cross center forward, maybe I will see maybe a blue carrot, national front plate, a Rodrigo. These two strikers move back.
So you are admitting he will help.
No,
there are different positions. What team in common now?
So
he gives you so much options.
There should be a main man.
He gives you so much options, and even in the absence, even in the worst case, in the absence, he can occupy that. Yes, he can occupy that for you.
Run
and you see the potential on the party.
Thank you.
Finally, here, Pep Guardiola once again is showing the world say he's a checkbook manager. Yes, excessive checkbook manager. But City Kofa Matthias Nunes. I'm never fix it. Their midfield problems. January I'm go for Nico Gonzalez at nearby. So mess solve their midfield problem. Rodri is coming back. Nico Gonzalez or Matthias Nunes or and now City air Florent Vit to occupy the Kevin De Bruyne position and also Tijani Randes for the number 8 position at day.
Win again.
You want to win again, but it clearly Arsenal look at the midfield options available. As we told that Partey stay I BBO. Now City will cover situation Gundogan now.
Gundogan is a boy with Jabo. Gundogan is with Jabo Ibo. And he's a starter.
That's what my mom started.
Oh, don't tell me, City will be that. Already Copa Canada. And now he's going for another 2. January, I go to Nico Gonzalez. Nico Rodri.
On a bit. Obe deputize Rodri.
Fuck about 60 million car ever deputize Rodri. Won't be for the double pivot. I want to be for Rodri. So that explains the checkbook conversation I hear.
I'm not a big cannibal.
And then they explained the checkbook conversation. There be any team they play at all.
You got team they spend it.
And no, but spending it was tobacco. No improve.
That's not improve players.
What has happened? Matthias Nunes was a right back of Manchester.
No, Matthias Nunes, but he's improved some of these young boys in the team. Oscar Bob, no one more do Foden.
Yeah, can play if you Foden. If De Bruyne is leaving, Foden should take over. And the
opposite dictator.
City was Savino, or Jeremy Doku. Into the fold or Jack Grealish, into the Omunyako and Omunyanya your front three. Omunyanya your front three. Jack Grealish was 100 million. After that, you went in for Doku. After that, you went in for Savino.
The most expensive.
Mamouche.
The most expensive
options for front three. Where we are options for front three: Mamouche, Haaland, Foden, Jack Grealish, Doku, Savino. Where we have front three options: Marco 6. You can rotate between these three players. With me, it's about front three. I'm rotate. I'm a three at bench, and I want to be for about 10. You cannot play Mamouche just behind Haaland. Keep Nico Gonzalez and Rodri and going for one. You are going for an extra 160 million. Between those two players, it is estimated around 160 million after spending 60 million this January. This is clearly an example of a manager that needs excessive signing to survive.
Liverpool, left side, right? Is it left side? Omo Gapo ni Luis. Omo front line. Omo Jota, Omo Nunes. And Omo Salah and Kiza. Check their prices.
What is Liverpool PB, man?
Oh, they have Derby.
So
Amato.
Derby.
Power Specialist Herbal Hospital pay Medini Fitias na Macau say Yanko na Pedro Medina Cruz would do birthday dear Momadia Najo Samba Pedro Power Specialist Herbal Hospital and pay Mamin to break Kadayan Koma Mekos Yaho ya diabetes hepatitis Ogusu Jihua ward Obegusua Aje fatty liver prostate ulcer fibro kidney stone and integrated offense SK Ediaba one mobile modem Akotobino Yatudin caretakers Monsa mobile modem na fe Monya Jirikajiri Herbal Mesha and capsules no Munim Sia Mekos draw the bayano a boy papa memma di mensa papa bi ewo empem yabo modern entoncho Accra Kwabenya ACP Road Power Bar Stop Monso mo Kumase mo Kofe Yase Bosomtu Road Adwaya Junction Uduru Takrade dia Anaji Estate number number 0244 544 422 0200 383831 na wadru power asuya ye etumpan insecticide spray ubo modem etimi bowra ho na fe utimi enya bia utimi sanyama koyie papa na etumpan de wodi gu ohwen na fe emo ne nyina condemn omu nyina ahyase na omu ewuwu tise ye nson konsio enen tontom ntafre nwanwa omu nyina no e disturb e ho a bo modem nanya bi na fa kugu omu so wunya bi de gugu omu so away na jeso omu nyina ewu mu amonto kasipa no eye 750 no wutimi seso 400 no wutimu sa no so ketua kra wo mu no eno so eso papa eno nti bomodin na sweet mother better bread IPT fitamu wutimu sa opanyin wo tobia ono so edigu otwen na ni nyina no na je so kunkum wo mu wo ye bread ni nyina no emo ni nyina ntimi venture ho sa da be ya omo nko distract ewo mu ti bomodin na kohwe so sweet mother better bread mu nyina na tobi na omo de express spray bomodin na nya bisan se wunya bia sa mo ni nyina no eye away na wukunkum wo mu eno nti kai se obeto ze ewo shop more and provision shop be a ben wo manum pa omoye maso mo no obi ase atumpan no na wato a wode ekunkum emuamoa no ema bibia no eye disconjoy 0553 082674 0553 082607 Cow Chaco toothpaste yempa bi ntwe yese mpa fita no pani numere enkane mofra obi ase ampa enkan free no mu ba no eye kama yese fita nkonkone na bia no emma emegiram Samara company na de buy food and drug board at the stamp no etim ase 0246 864-798 yentwam nko abe herbal clinic mama abe na to nsa afra wo yade die hu enne yefa international ni nyina no ne se abibrem wa amanone obia etwe yade na eba sekesa ya seklafo no yade mu eba wode bonus so no be ma low sperm count bonus ho pressure zalon wo benya ne kwa gono hepatitis pie typhoid menstrual problem ni nyina ne yade a Monday to Friday abe etra say na fe watimi ahwa wo 0243 345 392 0506 460 208 na no so wadru abe asuye adan na unkope phone wa bra ya te so kakra e wo franco entimi ento mo amoko pe Samsung mo amope iPhones ni nyina no eye na so ye na obeko uwie pa no wa hye ne so se mo amope check freezer refrigerators, washing machine, microwave, blender, CCTV camera function, monitor video anytime, anywhere. Ni nyina no ene say 40% discount off. Ura ejabadwo nkrabata na wo na yate so mo amoko adum o mekon kofo clinic new kajetia. Ni nyina no ente so no eda ho etwen 0245 316969 0560 684147 na no so wanya bi kama edro no eye bibini to maplas ulcer no say the achiti wa kodro bia no ya body a cho so de na gastric ulcer duodenal esophageal ulcer peptic stomach pain stomach gas indigestion kan nyina bom wo be di heavy wutimi di heavy na onomu a na chesa hoto no ekoba amefie no dadwo a etwa ho no eto etimi etwa adan na wonwura mo ashtown the bitter pharmacy esha ho no mo wutwam wadumu a promise eba hanso ebi ewa ha wura mu pa okanshi so wura mu a the bitter esha ho no mo na all leading herbal shops 0558 055894 0541 337 816 and first man right ewa ha eno nti na chese yes onu abebon komono e break aka na che first man right ya fese enkofo right no abefu kwantempon kwaso wokasa nyina no ma number no emra ewo 0500 210191 0551 498884 champion akwaba boy nkomo kakra sima edu yes
na odi no kono akwaje mu
well yama Ghana papa ba na yama wana chemfambra Oyerepa 100.7 live on Oyerepa television ye pass through na yedin komo and so at the fix my ride you see only definition tbba related to car and I think car general service and you say the best place I was already when it share and so fix my ride connection on to say in crying your water Park Nation Highway Street and so Kumasi your 100 runabout in between Gridco and I think Georgia Hotel premises Honum or on 0500 210 191 and I think 055 149 8884 na wetimi any an abon komo na bibia and so I could find at the amount yes same and yabwa na road safety authority one jumedia one edi akwanso George and Semino yes ye contribute and quote and baby bisa say a kwan ben so na ye fa so and we aerial love speciality a honom ena ya sheda akwadai wompa yes a lack of maintenance they be amekasem and yema mi ense na nam soma accident esi a kwan a enye lack of maintenance and I face driver ni be no monsa na amano abro so where the three major causative na ye the an area of speciality I find a lack of maintenance no and then I feel say be related to car and I think car general service no fabra na yemwa na yentiti o car no kama pa and so enfama na the attorney say ment na honomo emma car no fort na enku because fort ni bi ohonoma be dia meka say ya we woni pa ho dodo na ye symptomatic enta and dead intem it sounds on a car na etie intina honoma. When was the last time I do a car call maintenance my CC car na the mount and so we be an afford to be wom a see wo ache and yes
mo ye jagonya
car bia intino odi ane say odi
the jaguar baba
odi ane say obaba here na say ohono odi ane say odi o car baba na ye boa na ye CC car no ama car na e kama into say here the friend is a total overhauling a technology be a ten or car general maintenance morning and I say yeah this a sambo car no part e wo ho na ya examine ho say part we enye into o see you free ho ne de foforo and so shame into say o car no fabra ni siesie and so enfama hwan kwa ne siesie o car the o siesie o car the onu aduade ma potentially sa nipa mienu betimi akun baby on ma do car be kwa fix omo ni sa technical know how no both 6 obetu from all the 3 ashame additional 3 no fan hye mokọ kan o se nye bibia eye bibi nti ase fabra na sa ha oni nyina no yensiesie enso mfama accident cars ye ne wo sa technical know how no nti e car wo de import de afia manone a ade se ye boa na accident cars ne yesiesie se Ghana nso a wo de a ne se wo de kan be ba ye na se honom ne aboa ne yesiesie car no at a cost and as at a price ɛda from nso ɛde ama old type model cars yɛsɛ yɛboa convert ɛde aba ɛyɛ new type model cars nti car bi hɔ nom a early 90s 2000 no wobɛhu sɛ yɛyɛ deɛ fɛn de sɛ modification na yɛde nsiesie kakra bi aka wobɛhu wobɛdwen sɛ car no yɛ mono foforɔ koraa watɔ nti yɛsɛ no fabra old type model cars yɛ convert ɛde aba ɛyɛ new type model cars nso ɛde ama Samson after the BA.
Question.
Okay.
Old type model cars are converted to a new type. I don't know. Everything saying. Yeah. Car near 2017. Now I'm the 2020 part.
In them Kuma, who have a 2022, 2023, 2024. Maybe a 2016, 2015.
Be a bumper and more than one.
Who 2016 car. Babet Media Co. Near Sassanama 2024 model.
The name I said.
The same kind of
2022 Jaguar.
She has a candidate and follow within that range.
Yes, brother, and come on, be a year related to car and some bra. Never be done. Yeah, boy, engine tuning, engine, yes, a son. Made a fufro and so as a mamma at a cost. I that from the idea of say car upholstery. Come on, then I can say car interior, car interior decoration. Yeah, boy, not yes, yes, you move. I never said the mechanic, but now your mamma sure. Say I want any come and air fix a body. High density. Yes, decoration from seat covers. Or dashboard steering wheel no ning na ye boa na ye siesie ne kama pan so de ama ye car electricals ebia ye the security gadget e be show car na mo de ama ba bia wo bia na comfort ba ho e be detect
don't be changing wires ning na o
sure
maybe come wires na expire wires na dey ning na mo ye bi
ning na ye ha ning na ye me person me bo one media station bi no mo car ba na car no fort no ma ko ba bia the diagnosis yana
video ya me hwekura chese mu ni madwuma
ye hu fort na no mo ankasa so admit ye me ko mo ankasa admit cheme se no mo de omo bi van akoda bia no mo ntimi identify fort ni ti je number sa no frɛ na eni ye na mo nkomo on 0500 210 191 and I think 055 149 8884 on the same Jaguar no car no say aye a year so wait me out of for
96 Nidian
wait me out of for you talk cancer so brand new
that's how much Jaguar for
e bia no mpɛ no afoforo bia obetimi ha
apɛ no
me outlander
because 2011
oh okay then enye ka dada sa o
no come here bono 2011
eti yes brand any na medi ejasan so na fiema ka
2011 model
yeah
okay then enje
yama ka courtesy service the when je hon or the car along the line break it down the bro for now they are to our journey no
ejuma mo ye nya
ejuma
na de asɛ no yaba be towing fee no yanjo sika bia repairing fee no na yajo bibi kakra so the ane sɛ obeba na oni na ba be di en komo maybe after so back on the long distance chain when back a also ye defend say roundup checks so bi on ma fe na wanya car na foforo ntini ya kire onyo ma ba ko mienu miensa na waye car no ntini ntumma ya nkasa ye ba ye o place on I say the towing car about the tow car no car wa fitting shop I redundant I say ye nye I say ntimi nye ninga na the buy na say ho no
ma busy police station
the busy police station it is a car no what the answer obe free place call na say impo car no ompese obeye officer o turn as scraps e de maya and no say be scraps no as car na scraps na ye tia wusika and so at the amount it's a way media ye finally only sure
the cars there 3 as it me the bremo okay say Uber car no
okay
anano do ho
ho tell no oba no do ayi a atengaja oba odu atenga junction
emakrum
odu atenga junction no apaka esu no afaka ba
okay
ɛna siasia deɛ nso de nya paa because no baabi ɔte no problem
onya kaa na bɛboa
yɛbɛkɔ akoto ne yɛde abrɛ mu
dadi to sɛ wɛne scrap wɔn gya kɔ ɛne scrap
yɛbɛkɔ akoto wobɛyɛ ame yɛde kɛyɛ bɛtutu so gɔm
okay now we say motor the motor phone so man
ayo dadi to motor
okay
bɛde ɛmu no the motor 2024
okay
dadi to motor
dadi to motor no
2024
okay
edi bɔ number no so bi mu na
0500 210 191 and I pay 055 149 8884 Kumasi Wahoja roundabout in between Gridco and I pay Georgia Hotel and I pay sure but
yes fix my right don't worry there was a lot to do with you you come to the we go to motor can akọ don't worry
na ga obetuma drive yako
obetuma drive
na say nya problem bi kakra
anya Ghana tia no 2 years
ɛne mente
ɔna wɔ si tia no 2
ɛne yɛ wasiasia na da bɛ hari
da bi siasia
wo si atu da
ɔba no si tia no 2 ndu ɔdua me du
yes Asante Kotoko was working very hard to extend Samba O'Neill's contract to a step in the right direction. Now, information I mean is that Samba as a player, Mr. Tomi, I've had an interaction with him. He's happy here. So I think Kotoko also use that opportunity now to extend the contract. Now, signed 2 years, the initial contract now. 1 year and a corner way, and they're trying to add another 2 years to the old contract now to make it 3. Now, according to information I mean, the a positive response Samba Edemas and the Kotoko a positive. It left with any man getting to be a more normal strike. At the end of the day, the player extend the contract. Now, Asante Kotoko, I save. The reason why I make us Asante Kotoko step in the right direction. Kotoko is a big team. As Kotoko develop an attitude of keeping their best, their very best players. At least among teams are outside as night home players now. And Philly says you are going to Asante Kotoko. You are not just going to any other team. Not to disrespect any team in Ghana here. But I want to mean for Legon cities, Chelsea and those teams don't compare Asante Kotoko. That is why at any point in time, the Kotoko League, the supporters want to see them winning the league. At any other position, the supporters don't seem to be happy with that. So if you want to do that, so if you classify as a big team, Mr. One aspect is all you say, and yet easy say team bet my banner before player. For example, APR not before Kotoko best player in the season. No, Kotoko also try to make sure some match or mukakra adding as a stands and add. So if you are able to do that as well, in the long run, unya sikan more than say that $150,000. So Kotoko recently played some times too. So we I think Dauda Mohammed free all other players $150,000 and contra $150,000. Right? Oh, can ordinarily a good money. But I'm talking about Asante Kotoko and the brand. Samba is about the best player in Asante Kotoko now. Samba is about the best defender, arguably, in the league now. So if you're able to keep Samba going forward, you add other players to him. Because what the team can perform. So sometimes Asante Kotoko, other teams are able Africa. Now Kotoko performance in the league. Now Kotoko supporters, you want to play in Africa. Now you want to play Africa. Now people questions there. I don't want to go to Africa to become an also run. I want to go to Africa to become a real participant. Because in recent years,
and you drew
no, but the players how they coach there. Because the players how they coach there. In recent years, Kotoko Africa, you can just say that they go and become an also run. Yeah, you Muslim. That is not Asante Kotoko. Kotoko brand no sir. So the handlers of Asante Kotoko must know say Asante Kotoko no more handle. If they want to go to Africa, it shouldn't be that rhetoric. You say Africa, now you first one you Kotoko film. Kotoko enko make any proper impact in Africa. But so doing, keep the best that we have. And American then the adding. But Kotoko must do things out of ordinary to keep these players. The very best that they have, Mr. They shouldn't allow teams like Tanzanian clubs, Rwanda clubs to come and pick the players. No. They have to resist against that. That is why I'm happy for somebody. And so if they are able to get somebody the next 2 years to add to the contract, 3 years, so if team be about Samba, so better $150,000, knowing the quality that he is, then it's going to be to me.
Mamine lawyer, Safudu country in Komogaka.
And
why are there? Not yet to us. Lawyer Martin. Na minika musa dreams FC match na ekọ sen ene ho da uboni ade no ekoyi kama
me no ka say enche kwa Sunday messages o kwa papa so ama various media houses say boy
okay
na ina abo mo da na Sunday ya improve attendance or stadium.
Okay. And ebe hwe ni mu se ebe ba. De to so mi no ye mo players here say ba ya na ye kanti mu yesi ana ye bom about for being proactive say ene mu ntwen ma contract ma wie ye kura nsa na maka ho asem na muguso ma sha ase ni bi didi nkomo no kura ma difficult ana ye ko sen
Come on, Medafi. The Queen said, play beyond the contract. I can less than 1 year beyond. That's just that I personally maintain one. That's just that I know we didn't come up. Now, you know, so you're so refreshing. Say, play beyond the wall and say, on any day, only a baby negotiations now, what's our 20 minutes just work to go.
Oh, there's so far, moon challenge beyond.
Debbie. In fact, in the case of Samba, our foreign player acquired. And I was obeying and the rest of the football years in Ghana over spend work.
Hey, dear Rona.
Well, I was very happy. Happy with Kotoko. That is the statement. And one has a cow, my name. So, Benyanka, we really carry.
Oh, okay. It's now a refreshing. Na eba se amu diskan bi ka na se obi ade nko obi asem nko
ebinum ko na e ma ye pressure say ye be ntem when the administrative idea na enyama no do so ntino e ne kakra but I can tell you say all the players are no man can say na ye will and say nekra ye wi anko bope they want to secure their positions
said e be ya assembly do am ejita for no players bi ne hwan wo mam no mo ka say
oh me ka ye metma Kasamba ne sorry Ojipa and other players are 11 when I can say all you are willing to renew your contract
na Blake ahun
Blake but listen see and I don't want to commit any idea later no them are the full list of players here we know maybe now and we'll come out with players here in contracts that solve the issue
lawyer ogidi nyame anim pa se blade e won kai
I don't know players no I'm going to less than 1 year. No, those kakra. The one here now for a mistake, but the Kalpana, you're very sure now.
Asari goalkeeper and Samba.
Samba, so the famous statement you're making into Nama.
Okay, no. The blade and the see how Okaze unim.
See, I mean, just for listen, no, or can't what, but in the course of the week, you know, make my finish with information.
Wait a second, Nasam, who call for Sabia Berama, and that is a week.
Someone said there are other issues that you attended to league, you know. The remaining matches are not so
when I aside. Na mobile MTN FA Cup ina and we discuss wa ha minim na e wani mu ase obi a mo headline sponsor ne ade na sabi otua sika last take contract ne kan je se eya ne sa na edurumire hia nipa dodo obehwemu a matwe na ade ekosoro kakra de obi a no mo ne ni agreement fufuro obi a yenim aba beto ho ama no kra no mu ya shine kra chen wo mo na ade na mo yesa.
Okay, tama nti decision bi a ebe take bia no ya dia a contract honsem and the first was sponsors also ya what say FA Cup no competition bi a FA na organize the way club na so decide say obebo bi dia of course that one is a football club aye tin competition tin na yebo.
That's right.
And a sponsor no so no competition ground no what do market no if you have no the rules no or say obebo bi dia e ma we o say the last sponsor say e be ye no ama ye na ye di 2 months na e de ho akwesem lokotoko e ni say e be ko Africa ada say be siki league ticket and answer FA Cup ticket it once you decide say obebo bi ne de na for that period na ye for FA Cup competition they say they comply with the FA rules and regulations no e be say FA last sponsor no in recent years I MTN no obetiase you know say MTN I'm competing with any of our sponsors for now and ebema actually conflict bi was hard you know na enye dey say you better comply with every rules no.
Okay, na zametiase a FA mra na mo di tum se mo bebo MTN FA Cup no sa mra no ene hye mo se mudru mpomponso bi a o se mo de o ma de no bo manim and that exactly. mo sponsor no ya aware
the sponsors no ya aware say na do MTN FA Cup you be here no because MTN FA Cup no so no market sponsors no in a way it will take it to Africa e be ma mo male no so akoso because one engage in competitions ya you be sponsor when be bia free ho na so be free ho in the true text competitions no ona ebema omususu no etime awaketu omo ntime sama onu say headline sponsor there or the headline sponsor
okay
eba ye na ebia ye wo other network bi omni MTN you go abaka say conflict bi ho but we there ni similar internet zama similar anything dubaya for the past years e sana happening ya ne omi na ya collaborate sa ya na sa we share previous FA Cup match boy ya sana na tie.
Okay. What can we also be discuss with Hantino? So one more. Yeah, twice on there. What Lana Obi must be say Asari Dina boy because source which say Asari any ready to be committee no. Obet me assure say the whole canon and Faninia will be at there.
Tamantina made the official spokesperson.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay.
Near
to the Academy. Lawyer, try dreams. Money dreams and say now so they ban here anymore. Fabrana, your money, model runo. Namin said that's a P. Okay. That's winning tea, fast or sooner. Sir. Did they come in mess and say the player he can a dream maybe none a man go in manua. I said time with Jan National
football
or committee no
football some follow say you know
also see football. Since you also yes say me mobile me kobe bia go for ka say go yen ya ni
oh and
there
no but there
can nam sa gesture you know say am pastor sa no kasa no ma fa na busuani
okay
ti do ba bi na bi nam no so na BBC cross o nam na no
papa bi o ye
enti
okay na bi ase on be fa
e dia di bium
yes me free to na me ko has how is go na dey
o ye wi no ntie
me so to ogbo togo afeda abaso ogbo abaso na no be bi teto na se ma wo kan say omo pen so no tam ono wo ho no omo take decision say a certain
players be omon from division be omon fa na has folk players as a top omon system no and a working man has to folk na nay no we free say omon di top after that no m1 that was that aspect no and na has a for players be I don't be wrong you don't have to differ from those that my work now I want to believe that's not the case because minya opportunity to listen to House of Folk penny be no all my discussion omo club value alliance no yeah you don't say club value alliance no ba omo has better as omo no discussions no there were certain type of players we are omo recommend they say House of Folk should prioritize omo on them I don't think that players no ages no from in most cases no because to men kasa wunya bi Premier League no
the hin na has a corner
say o kasa na division bi omo for players who say na omo free House of Folk omo pe ready made players no over there I ordinary ayomuka
no where do you disagree with him?
I disagree with him say o kasa edipe bi edi togba chi na emwa
okay
you see the point but I want to believe that decision
abeye club no decision now
that's fantastic
engineer disagree or no can you pense na netie
ai
ne assistant
no ana instead of assistant the whole you know or person you to be free mo ka se ni pe di akire who say ne ba akambe odo te semba no
abeg club no policy
club the policy
tinyo mom di na chi
the club value alliance told them age somebody man House of Folk so and contract 23 years players House of Folk or free set house for ma ready for the European market
okay
no Togo is investing because the supporters are not going to the stadium another stream of media sika and so beton players and in the European market no up those ages are club wouldn't mean anything
okay thank you
so until House of Folk go back to our own self no now supporters will be flooding at the stadium almost contribution air support you know very difficult
but that's 18 good minutes by Captain Siasia
including including
first let's teams let's advise them to give orientation to players on Ghana Premier League and then in the topic about GFA fine Emmanuel Arno for displaying religious on the jersey. Now people attach emotion to it. Say, fatana then FIFA. Say like I say it is. Say it's excessive and boy no Bonnie why the only thing he did was to display I love Jesus and what.
Paris when they saying
500 Ghana mo fine
500 Ghana
500 cities. FIFA say the right is that we are saying we are seeing there's a debate political and religious and super because people attach a lot of emotions too much to such area, religion and politics. So FIFA realized that some NGOs and activists are using football because and be agitum basketball a country bina a ball league no I know pa volleyball Robbie needed and then no. But football say I say it is worldly accepted. And to some of on targeting football to be passing those messages. I don't say that be you can't use our football to bring another war. And you know, religious, political we don't accept it in our way. The be say so omo education say fine by and I'm to what try do on Facebook. Say why can football players celebrate LG but not the allow for Jesus and Romans 14:18 blah 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 blah. So the education the boy needs is that LG any religion, any political. It's, you know, they need to be educated. Now, mame, the regulations, Article 5 of the regulations on born again fast slogans, statements, images, and advertising. Simple. Equipment must not have any political, religious, or personal slogans, statements, or images. Players must not reveal undergarments that show political, religious, personal slogans, statements, or images, or advertising other than the manufacturer's logo. Blah blah blah. Not all the aquacosi every year. And you know, say LGD and you know which we are seeing now a lot asset be no engine to no any religion. Islam is a religion, Christianity is a religion, Hinduism and the for a religion. Okay. And almost a sad any day. Engine tune in our football and took a mobile workout. So no 2030 now or AFCON be and I know. Okay, I say your last group game one movie. Oko so I love Allah is the greatest BB. Any man yellow card and he was suspended for our last league game. And they should educate the boys to understand the loss of the game going forward now. A best stop all these things from happening. All right. So MTN FA Cup regulations. I think the way 2020, it's 2021 or 2022 edition. Over Article 3 of MTN FA Cup regulations. I'm to any name, logo, and images of the FA Cup and images of the trophy. I don't know about the FA Cup shall be called Football Association Cup. The FA Cup shall be marketed under the title MTN FA Cup, the official title. No about each club shall include the official title on all materials produced by or on behalf of it which relates to the FA Cup, including normal logos. If you read Article 3 of the MTN FA Cup regulations, say like logos, any sign you put it in your sign on your regulations. That is the first point we are establishing. Omoko Takwano. I say the morning of the match day. I'm told say management no I'm say no and go draw morning of the Sunday. Na home match no padom go draw takwa. Nti omo wan na call ba say ya the logos abro mo say omo fantale omo Jesus nim. So the IMC question say how because almost sponsors are away anymore. So they were back and forth discussion and tiase be tiase. Emma finally Kotoka have to place a call to Hisense that Sunday morning. No, say the other to me omode mrasem but impromptu abese omu how to ye think omu s and omu din komo if they think say they will allow them there then they go on. But also Hisense no say na lawyer I'm told say their interest Kotoka playing African very high because they think say Africa will give them better mileage than the Ghana Premier League, you know. They accept the Kotoko should use the logo. Then after they sit with them and solve the problem. Now I say this: I'm aware Kotoko in discussion with the MTN FA Cup committee and MTN for the final game, you know, which they are expecting something from them. And I don't put any more no because now it is confirmed say any money there it is for Hisense because they are paying big money. I say Kotoko financially, we mention their biggest contributor, financially, Hisense.
Supporters, no gate.
Oh, baby, their biggest contributor, Hisense for no.
No chance, Nipper and Stadium. Match day, no.
Match day, any percent of stadium. Any percent of stadium.
Zach, we will look at it again. But the real issue is not what you are discussing. It's not the Emramra.
No, some come and I want to be you. It's now, baby, I'm and I say, the negotiation with them say on my final match, no something I said because so. And I don't know, Sikasam, they are kind of them monetary
for one
for them. Say the thing say,
and do you expect MTN to pay money?
That is another, and I mean, and even what I'm hearing, they say, whatever will happen. But MTN will not be in anymore.
Maybe answer bosses here answer. Try answer.
Just say.
So when it comes to GF, any idea yamra. Kotoko fono. You be do machine ya. You be do hono. Say we are nenye. Sanzo movie answer. No, who said answer bonds. Who's the logo no? And yan share because it's not here. A man for what I did. You just have to put it in on your jersey. Nani I didn't know go anymore.
Until now, you know. But that is why we are.
So and then said, why did they do that during the semi-final?
No, man. Like in Shani, you say, just in Odi. And
I don't want to go on TV.
That is why we are. That is why we are going. Say,
and then said, yeah. That's one more the guts not to do it next. Why did they do it this time?
It's you know the. I feel na yecho man say now even so when you sumpa You shouldn't let the MTN compete with your Haitians, no, our front one, no.
And the idea woman say when you are dealing with these corporate bodies,
yeah,
who place it call man, on can't just them in but they will say be reviewing the agreement. A whole number raising these issues.
Yeah.
Say, look, you are not professional enough. Because say, we say, if indeed there's a space they have to put this thing, then they should go back to the GFA and look at the discussions again. No, and then can be at the boom. Ubenya be 50,000 cities. I could be any asemo. But they are born because of 3,000 cities. Semi-finals, they are 3,000 cities.
Oh, 5,000 plus.
They are more with 22,000. When we have a sponsorship of 1 million. And you do baby, and I'm some of these meetings, you know. Almost commercial managers now almost raise because you see, IMC, GF community, they were thinking football and how to win. But according to the discussion we could table no it's not a couple one way see name
logo and images of the FA Cup and images of the trophy. See how you almost say the FA Cup shall be called the Football Association Cup. The FA Cup shall be marketed under the title MTN FA Cup, the official title. MTN FA Cup official title, or otherwise directed from time to time by the GFA. Underline here, MTN FA Cup official title. Each club shall include the official title on all materials produced by or on behalf of its which related to the FA Cup, including but not limited to ticket programs, press releases, and scoreboard display, where possible shall be referred to official match title at least once over public address system operating on the day of each FA Cup match. Dudu, asema asejesi. Jada na kotokota ma yiko bomu jesi ni.
Tena amususa asenyenje.
Ana kotokota ma MTN ko bomu jesi ni. Say FA be kan kire omo say eye mra.
So here you don't blame the FA kotokoroda.
Dudu. Emra ne mu na kire say emfa MTN ko bo omu jesi.
Your full so.
Eva. Even if I MTN omo say the official title for the competition MTN FA Cup. No MTN nkwao.
So mun do FA Cup nka.
Mizu tu.
Ana. And say this is any.
Eti ebia, me van say kotogo jesi kura na, ebia nka na shoulder hakaka no. Ebia MTN FA Cup.
That's MTN.
But if you the MTN kobo kotogo jesi anima, then MTN becomes a sponsor of the Kumasi Asante Kotogo.
Major. Headline.
That is where the mistake is.
Headline.
It was now can I no correct. It looks like omoko ya no mkwaka tia kotogo fo say yemra say sa na tia e na kotogo so say yemra dia ya dia tum. Where be man kan mra no. And now so Chelsea
when they hurry to beat Chelsea.
No.
Into one more
game na ye bono Sunday no. Timer TV stations o mu twa ne ho ahwan ni nyina ate koye no. Afa be ka sky for nko na eyi no. Unu nipa no mo hwe. The eyeballs are now shake game at that particular moment, and people are money ball because we have visibility between Hisense and MTN. Hisense now trace kakesi yama kotokono. MTN is visible than Hisense.
Sorry, no, no, it's already green.
It is a mistake where the way then a mistake we. One kind the contract never ho. And who the NTR Mizoto or mobile must be for MTN Kubum. It just every for na ko beat kotoko. And the Chelsea dey here kan. Omo timi nya Chelsea hwe. Omo timi nya omo hwe. Na se Chelsea kura so wampene a. Ada na kotoko na kopene. That is where na me so na me problem wo. We nya invitational tournament wo. Enya invitational tournament no aka say ye invite your tournament bi. Na ye ko tournament ne ya maye sika bi. It is Kana the Amaya and the company name is Kana as organizers of the Omziafa Bibin Kubu.
And just a near Kotoko Jesse.
Kotoko Jesse.
And John no more printe. We no grand.
And when the crimes Otuo, on say specifications areas or more attached here whereby the official title who the MTN FA Cup next one. They didn't even state Jesse. Oh man can Jesse asem.
Say the baby Jesse. Any bro for them.
Any. It's a day na Otuo. Kodo focus ade we ase. These are mistakes am Otuo.
Say Zaka finance.
Say the Okano. No, Mamo accept it. Mamo accept it. The title of the competition there, it can be part of the just maybe almost show the whole baby. MTN FA Cup maybe a final.
I'm found in council with Zach say when you sit in any meeting, Ubia won interest.
Yeah.
Omo me finance people. Omo come in this kasemu. Football for omo come in a point. What I said, that's why I think that those meetings, no, somebody, the one as a lawyer for a contract, and the own,
yes,
no, I got the signature and the assembly.
Yeah,
so you need a business person, marketing, those people to say, look, I did
about
committees, I mean, go review any high sense that they will refer.
Yeah,
so I didn't know. Mokai say at the point where we're going to get eyeballs, I don't know be kind. And you convince you they just and renew because next time, mo be sa ko yibi. So you have to insist. Mo asamo nye ding.
And you want say back to asemaya na ye kan ha. Aya na man fufu so o kasa dodo. Me makasa about the structure of Kotoko management. And it's a big problem to the club. The size of the club and the size of the management. Mr. to enko Kotoko kesiye. Any nipa run a club no enko because ye can so it's what the young people say coach Kwesi Appiah who is a key figure in the management na na penka to say the okan ye the target is to get Kotoko to Africa. It is Sunday born no moko born wo itakwa no the one who nyina because support a special band say go Chelsea. The commercial aspect of the game, which Kotoko as a football club, an avenue for them to also market their sponsors by using the MTN FA Cup platform. No, and there will be a babeteki yeti aye kasem zoto. Fioma ye discuss womo. Kayeka Kotoko yi, kayeka high sense. Nanka be benefit to Kotoko. But we are discussing MTN. And then MTN craba discussion him.
Okay.
But today MTN any benefit. Nobody is talking about high sense.
Right.
I think say Zoto ye next season where dey awie. Nipa miensa nan no omuntre kakra. There should be a commercial person. There should be somebody leading Kotoko legal affairs and they say Safuduku Abento wetin combine because that is Safuduku food. And a born na ye born Zoto sika o. And me makasa dey we say ye po at a point whether team no two for whether a team no two for there say so this situation my yebo na baso no enye da bia na management bia bebo two for this kabebo at a point you expect the management so build the foundation in where we management here for say near do you need to generate money for the club nye da bia no bosume so this kabetwa players ka and there or build the foundation amamo say the be a club ne be attractive and I say be do point me but your fall say be management member of the club a do point be also ko pay skaba ayi has asem no so to who you go on say offer Ghanaian club owners anyhow football anywhere business is being done and we are in the corporate world and can they end for the pa ayo hini to be kadene for the pa antika has den kese de musonko because of baby o free bar and the business experience but it looks like every single decision we obey take has biano it becomes a problem to the club and when they see start to be some questions she has here can once me has akwa America akwa for MD abawo and I'm away from McNoonan no $11,000 a month. McNoonan and me am a America, McNoonan, USA. A whole free near the buy. Macmillan ntimi anya ha adwuma
Manchester ni
na ayi ne be ha adwuma Manchester ni ne be ha adwuma
so football there
it's a chance the problem na wo ho no voto
Manchester for him to America
cover the profile of cover the CV of Macmillan fa Macmillan CV mizuto na fato na hwe Macmillan CV na fa compromise ma fa wo mo no it is a send the nyina ba no man ntimi anya adwuma then ask you bisa questions. It might not be the personality.
But Obiasu may complain is that to go no. So
okay.
Obian complaining.
Oh, so more live in the corporate world no. So to my team yes how.
And it would be very difficult for us to assume.
But and analyzing it there, we will ask questions. Say and then Macmillan CV fair.
Say the okay, Obi to $11,000. Now $11,000 the more say Ghana president goes with me $11,000.
Because Ghana president here you can ask to find ministers. More occupy sectors maybe. Or more occupy sectors maybe. You have to say based on the structure no. Maybe of a minister na bizo to you be on so power. Oh baby. No so control minister na president to. Sana has there na ye. And that is the truth. Let's accept it. Your oncophobia or hasa is true. Okay. And they are more powerful than MD na form. And it's becoming a problem for the club. Share and be me. And it's true. Zoto. If you want the corporate world to take you serious, Shadia. Time a house name is a meeting. How many representative has? And what were their positions in the club? Ya hana ya de nyoma di agro dodo
yo ekose obedo so anyway ma me bosome from for nwi wa na men kamfo ma wo mom do mtike kusi bank say ya ko bosome from na me savings account and current account fixed deposit susu special account nyina wo bosia so ope bia e de asisi oka ope bosia business loan ankriafo overdraft micro group loans susu business ni nyina akọ Brand beto shares will be part of our growth and success. Bosume frɛ headquarters no e won suayem head office. Number 2. Ye wa siwa e wa asafo. Asap market wa adesiman ye obojo sango be kwai. Otafo enamronto. E-banking obe dial star 992 hash. Frɛ engine number in a frɛ ne busem ye moa wo sika sem 0548533050 0548533050 and 0243 600 Amen Scientific Hospital. Sheikh Amin Bonsu on your body ye kai. Dr. Yad International Awards and a stroke ne a woman sem and you do yari and yari kwa na bio machines are yesterday free amanania baby mama dear a bini ha obedem na ebeka ho nsem nyina akire na afi ya pedro bia mawo Ghana ba ma ekwa ma ayi nuru makoma aduanu nan na akire a ye de esayare ahodo pa yo 18 branches across the country enchi boga wa babie ni Accra Takrade and mebebe de biso hoho your number is 0277001234 0277001234 Amen Scientific Hospital ya no ape grow fine bi anum grow fine say online on site titi untimi ni untimi na pe grow fine why are ho top pe grow fine duro no eyekoko ene hamani aka bomu a ebo papa ye ka nam grom ushia na wato enure bi na 0244 596532 0244596532 grow fine makes you grow fine fei ma menyina mbrane na me represent Jackson Herbal Center. And I'm saying Jackson natural capsules on tinka me catch oh. A year juma wuntini no nkasemu MSC yare nyina kona mo ahoden ye fa the Jackson natural capsules. Strong men and Jackson Herbal Center ne natural capsules ye juma. After the Jackson mixture ba some malaria tea di pedro bia no Ghana ha ni tipen ene Jackson mixture. Malaria, typhoid, jaundice, fever and afi menstrual pains. Ya pe Jackson no ni bi. Ebi obabi a yenyi twin ye jadwa baby eton aduro bia benya bi. Your number ni Jackson 0244723541 0244-723541. 0244-723541. Kobe bia ne kope bi so bet. Afei yentonga.
Enche na house no kotoko ehia meeting. Na Mr. Otuo, meeting the list of things expected from the Ghana Football Association. So by
after polling. Okay.
Kai almost say enche. Ka send bi o chama season abawi. Ti starting kick come home bi.
Season abawi saying.
So some of the things ni bi suggest a season e kwa wi ya. You run this season and expect FA so be na ehye. Ama clubs na di so. But also okay somebody two year him say about the commercial aspect they will fight for a lot of revolution. You sure say this particular MTN issue no a perfect case study. Say two clubs no many moving forward. Because we all know say Ukujama other clubs now so they will have no kind of objection to it. Brukum Chelsea, Golden Cakes, Atram Divisi because to almost sponsor Ben Omowa. That huge conflict with their sponsor. Into which kind of Kotkone has joint letter number by there was an issue of a year first watch TV right Niskasem concerning the game. No, I think so many another a year issue. Omumi no share send almost share boss season the kwa yeah. They will perceive
is a bino no man.
Let me say we were talking about the commercial activities around the game and how they should get more and demands. And I'm see where is another example.
Okay.
Because there are many clubs at Dreams FC call semi-final not the MTN born anymore. I say be anyhow. Because on Okabe Kumkene be any panel they born anymore better. So the sponsor won't have much to talk about. But if it's Kotoko, if it's hard to folk, maybe I may have to go and justify our board members level for them to renew it at the end of the year. Into we soon come discussion moving forward. Now, Yambo Kotoko for Nabaso on their step, but Abaso body of food if they are able to achieve it. Ya TB pay last year January TB on Richmond Lamte. Now Lamte 6 months, and a Lamte call Africa. And in Yan and TS when you deal. The conversation was Sikania Tetia. So Kotoko everyone lamte atana no atwa so abobo aba Kotoko to some extent Mukwala cry TV say Mukwala will even stay but to a season as our place me anyway nyina on said the hard really say omo a wo po mo de so obo mo de na on saka omo a wo po mo na bia wo omo kwan a ye bo abaso but omo wo po mo so they build a strong team to compete in Africa in the league. You need to keep them. No, I need a cafe the Kasari and to Mete Safuduku, and I want to trust him on that.
Both were repeating.
Yes, repeating. I want to trust him on that because now you have a different form of report on Freddy Kasari. But Ukraine said if you keep him now, two keepers are that they be each other, the iron sharpen irons. Kamara. Otun anisha bench na uni a pure competitor. Otu a man said there will be Pamu be an obetana fako. So having Freddy Kasari, having Kamara will be very good for the club. It's ever heard him whether they will be able to keep the players.
Traditionally, Kotoko, that was our record now.
Yes.
Having 2-3 excellent goalkeepers at any point in time.
Yeah.
The work I said, when I Kotoko, Edward Dansa. Blast national team be a 2-3. Sampe, Abeka, Ayuma. He has been consistent with the club.
Recently. On the goalkeeper there, to offer the Osro. Not the Otosum, you know.
Now, some talk back on there.
Oh, send a baby.
6 months.
Every position. No, for the Oye, Mizutu.
I want to get excellent goalkeepers and manage them.
It's quite difficult, especially goalkeepers.
Baby was say baby our competition is also. Other FA Cup, other cups, other Champions League. Yeah, over league. I say you can share it fairly.
Keeper, no, yeah, keeper. They said the only Buffon the Casillas or one team, and you been so good to go no. Tokane Besi.
So let's see how it will go. There are our positives. Positive me I say you have options. Negatively, I say management of the players because one is the captain. And this is a goalkeeper recently on national team. So you will have to enjoy more playing time. Senior, no, so to us, the national team now. Position back, ubetimi atoto nyoma yi ama when your national team call up your goalkeeping over the years. Local goalkeepers have more chance of making it to a national team than other positions. It's locally, if you are the best goalkeeper, normally you are now and you love to have that position. So ever send nyoma ebe kwama kotoko. One thing I'm so too, and now me dim command and saka and yes kotoko penny for plans and yes season query. I send them in the last season, no. Omo mbekon omo query ya no mo jo omo kwan. Na omo pese mo tu omo po omo no aye so fast. Omo aye ntem. Was mo tu last season ebra kotoko ja players be kwan no. There were some of the players no mama kotoko they are wet. By the end of the day, no, so too, what happened was that players ni bi omu ja players no kwan bo menyomo. Wow boy ati was an example. No ama ogum ne wet, e duru on ogum enya no. So this time around, no, I think they want to work on their approach. Enya just wear the pet. I say drew a certain level.
That's the enya sa wholesale.
Be a bear 8 b.
8 b.
4. 4 players.
Let him you we the 4 players na be kan.
Players ebe call the ebe bro 4.
Omom be kwa na.
Ya omom ko
4.
Be 4. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Obi a Santa Krako.
Mama Chelu.
So dey fan me kan bi. On the so ko.
And the Bobeka for.
By no so on the in the course of the season ko. But when the season we are this year another thing.
So another.
Right back.
Doba na nsia be chego. Onko be.
Ajete. Obeko.
Kwa ba na nsia be chego no ko e.
So go no ya fe omobi o.
No be chego bi na nsia.
Omobi.
Asa na kan ya me.
Ah, wa be chego na nsia.
4 or 5 minutes go.
So obeko. Dwamena beko. Onya say.
Eno ye wo na wo beso om kwa na zuzu se om be kwa.
Na wo ti abusa just blue question.
Dwamena na beso ko na team ne yi no.
Na say no ko command ya so be so.
No question me.
Captain Ford the bro right and left. Asembeba. Menya na ti ese player ba ko na say.
Ba mo mbeba mu so no so sa.
E be man be 7. But enye this last season.
High profile 7
man be 7.
Omo very disappointed in Ogum second round signings no.
So
I am no very disappointed.
Anya strikers yo mba na nse.
Omo fan say
na say na nyo Ogum e
omo fan say ka susuru.
Say na omo nyina.
Then
no so steady as our players no come. Baby 1.5 baby 1.5. Oh
seasons.
1.5. Inti half ni bi atwa wi aka 1 year. It is 1 year na bi omo hu say nko be bro 5.
Okay.
Bro 5. Say right left in the okko. But to raise a question about and it was as a super under the carpet.
I was always mentioning sourcing decisions.
But
then you go play.
Say
over 6 months as well.
Oh say in common here say Kotoko is smart coin. And na case you. Until now pe position ba kwa Kotoko ni abre na left back. Why do you sign a player?
Na window
na window no crime by. And I see you do the boy.
No, is that one.
You Trump.
It's smart no.
Trump. Oh.
What do you need to this can be done? Why be she smart bia?
You know me so yes so I broke up bright.